Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey guys, 3D Crypto here. Hope everyone's doing well. And guys, in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about a lending platform on the Binance Smart Chain. I have done videos previously regarding lending platforms such as Venus. They've been very, very popular. Now, this new platform is the evolution of lending platforms and flash loans on the Binance Smart Chain. The platform I'm speaking about is Multiplier Finance. They've been around for a while. They are a non-custodial lending protocol based on the Binance Smart Chain with flash loans. And if you look at the multiplier TVO, or the total value locked, you can see from here we are over 20 million in multiplier, and that's only the version 1. What I want to speak to you guys about is V2 of what's coming for multiplier. So as of today, as of watching this video right now on Monday, the new governance token migration is happening, and then the V2 loans will start being offered shortly after. It might be a week later, it might be a couple of weeks later, and I'll keep you updated on that. But let's quickly go through multiplier and what multiplier is. So if I head on over to the article by multiplier regarding the V2 protocol, so it aims to set a new standard for Binance Smart Chain lending, and the lending protocol offers fee reduction and a deflationary mechanic, among other new features. So Multiplier Finance was first featured in Binance Smart Chain news projects about 3 months ago, when they first launched the decentralized lending platform on the Binance Smart Chain, offering flash loans. So Multiplier will officially launch version 2 on August 2nd, which is today, with a variety of new features to their lending protocol, as well as new and improved incentives for users who borrow and lend on their platform. Version 2 will give users the most seamless experience when they borrow and lend, and it's part of a continuous upgrade aimed towards unlocking greater value in the DeFi space. So let's look at the V2 features and we'll compare them with other lending platforms on the Binance Smart Chain, and also the V2 incentive rewards. So how does Multiplier Finance work? So investors earn interest by committing their assets to lending pools, from which funds are made available to borrowers. So you can either be a lender or a borrower in the Multiplier platform. The whole protocol is audited. It's had many audits and it's passed with flying colors. You can see Certic and Kodelsky Security have both gone ahead and audited Multiplier, and everything has come through with flying colors. Since launch, Multiplier has accomplished all of their targets on their roadmap, which primarily focused on goals such as onboarding new collateral assets, integration of new wallets, and a strategic collaboration with lending players, including Alpaca Finance, ApeSwap. We've got down here CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Vault, Helmet. So everything they aim to do, they have achieved that, which is always good for a project in the long term. So Multiplier's current TVO, as I said, stands over $20 million. But the main thing is, let's look at the comparison between basically Multiplier and then other lending platforms and borrowing platforms in the Binance Smart Chain, such as Venus, Cream, and Fortube. So Multiplier version 2 will offer stable borrowing rates, collateral swap during a loan repayment using collateral, batch flash loans, and debt tokenization. So these are the only options and the only features offered by Multiplier that no other lending platform, especially Venus, Cream, and Fortube, and we all know how successful Venus was. But now Multiplier has evolved, and it's basically built upon the success of other platforms and its own version 1 platform to offer new features. So let's look at the features. So the first thing is there's an adjustment of fees. So Venus protocol fees have been adjusted. Various protocol fees have been adjusted in V2, such as the removal of loan origination fees and the reduction of flash loan fees. So less fees means more crypto, more money in your pocket. Secondly is the deflationary mechanics. So fees generated from flash loans will now be burned. Additionally, revenue generated from the liquidation bot will be used to buy and burn bMXX. So bMXX is the native token, governance token for the Multiplier platform, and it's the first time that bMXX will adopt the deflationary burn mechanics, ensuring a healthier ecosystem in the long term. A big feature is that there's going to be a collateral swap feature. So Multiplier will be integrating with PancakeSwap to bring the swap feature to the platform, so users will have the ability to swap their deposited assets to other assets during the loan. So previously, in V1 and in other lending platforms, for example, if you the asset that is being used is Ethereum, and then you want to change it to say BNB, you would have to withdraw your ETH, change it to BNB, and then redeposit. With this swap system, you can do it in one click. So you can go from ETH to BUSD, BUSD to USDC to BTCB to ADA, and then back again to Ethereum, one click at a time. There's no extra steps. It's just all streamlined. There's going to be a collateral repayment feature, which will allow users to repay their debt or their loans with their deposited collateral. So this allows for greater flexibility, especially when it comes to collateral liquidation risk. Basically meaning, when you have a loan in, for example, BNB, when you go to pay it back, you normally use the native token. So for the Venus protocol, you would get the VAI token, and then you would basically use that to repay your loan. With Multiplier V2, you can repay the loan in the asset you are borrowing. So that basically is a very big thing when it comes to liquidation. So batch flash loan feature. So flash borrowers could only borrow one currency at a time in version 1. So batch flash loans will allow developers to execute a flash loan with multiple assets inside the same transaction. There's also going to be debt tokenization. So in version 2, borrowers will receive receipt tokens that represent their debt, and then debt tokenization allows borrowers to manage their debt positions from their cold wallets. So it basically increases security and safety. And then obviously the main thing is stable and variable rate borrowing. So with V2 in Multiplier, borrowers can have both a stable borrow position and a variable borrow position at the same time with the same underlying asset from the same wallet. This allows borrowers to have more options and flexibility for the loan position, and borrowers are still able to switch between the variable and stable rate at any time during a loan. So if I head on over to the Multiplier V2 interface, obviously this is just a testnet. This will go live shortly. As you can see down there, you've got the different assets, you've got the market size, the total borrowed, the deposit APY, the variable APR, and then you've got the stable APR. So you can do a variable APR and a stable APR at the same time. And then obviously if you use the bMXX incentives, so you get incentives for depositing and borrowing, they're given in staked bMXX tokens, which are claimable in the dashboard. So if you basically borrow Ethereum, you've got a variable borrow rate of 0.05%, and then you've also got a incentive of bMXX at a higher rate, and you can go to your dashboard and claim that. But obviously this is just a testnet, it's not live at the moment, but depositing and everything and withdrawing, it's going to be exactly the same as version 1. And then obviously you can see down here the bMXX token value, $1.70, and that is also on the V1 platform. So V1 will slowly be phased out towards V2, but the first step in the migration is going to be the bMXX token being migrated over from V1 to V2. So the incentives and rewards I spoke to you about. So Multiplier version 1 is inspired by Aave and is a lending protocol originally conceptualized to forego lending and borrowing rewards, but V2 will now include new lender and borrower incentives. So lenders who deposit stable coins and borrowers who loan Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin will now receive additional rewards daily on top of the APY. So if I go to the dashboard again, you can see you've got the APRs for depositing and borrowing, and then you've also got the incentive percentage shown below in bMXX tokens. So basically that's the thought process behind it, by offering incentives. You've also got additional governance incentives. So current governance incentives of 400 bMXX shared daily among stakers will be increased threefold to 1200 bMXX. The increase in governance incentives is designed to encourage greater participation from existing holders who can now stake their bMXX for higher rewards for proposals or voting rights. bMXX holders will play a significant role in shaping the direction and success of Multiplier V2 on BSC. So bMXX token goes through a 4-7 multi-signature with kind of reputable signatories from lending communities such as AutoFarm, BSC Finance, PancakeSwap, and StableXSwap. And the new incentive models are not only expected to increase user participation, but also to attract various protocols such as yield optimizers to build strategies on top of the V2 pools. So basically, once V2 goes live, you basically start staking and you have a say in Multiplier's future and as Multiplier grows and goes forward. So in conclusion, mark the date. The launch of V2 is August 2nd, which is today as of now when you guys are watching this video. If you join V2, you will enjoy the highest rewards for lending and borrowing on the platform and the great governance incentives. V2 features are unparalleled. As I showed you before, no other platform is doing anything like this. So if you're a lender looking to enjoy great yield on your crypto assets, or if you're just looking to leverage your assets by borrowing, Multiplier Finance and V2 is the best platform to do this on. So let me quickly go over everything again I've spoken about. Multiplier Finance, you can see $20 million of TVL locked in. The V1 platform is working perfectly, but it's going to be migrated over to V2, and the V2 platform is going to be launched very, very soon. So the governance tokens migration is happening right now, and then obviously the V2 loan platform and borrowing platform is also going to go live. And then once that happens, you'll be able to see all the stats. So at the moment, the TVL is about 3 million, but this is just testnet. Once this goes live, that V1 $20 million will move over to V2. And then as a borrower or a lender, you will be able to benefit from variable and stable APRs as well as incentive rewards, which are great things to further the platform. Any questions you may have about Multiplier, I will leave a link down below to their Medium page, and it basically explains kind of like the V2 governance and migration, everything I spoke about just now, as well as all the articles regarding their audits and everything about Multiplier in general. If you want to head on over to the Telegram for Multiplier, it's a really, really good free source for you to get information about Multiplier, any questions, any comments, and just to be notified of the latest news. So obviously, right now you've got the governance token migration happening, and the V2 platform is going to go live. This is where all information is going to be released first on Telegram and of course on Twitter. So go ahead and follow the Twitter page and join the Telegram group to be kept notified of the latest news regarding Multiplier and V2. So guys, that's it for Multiplier. As of now, it might be a good opportunity to pick up some bMXX token in preparation for V2 launching, and obviously once V2 launches, you'll be able to benefit from all these new features being implemented. Guys, any questions or comments about Multiplier, please do leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them, or head on over to their Telegram or their Twitter. Guys, if you enjoyed this video regarding Multiplier and crypto lending and borrowing on the Binance Smart Chain, please do leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that bell icon to be notified of my latest content. Guys, as I always say, you work hard for your crypto, make that crypto work hard for you. And until my next video, take care.